Let's do this. Peak. Got people coming in? Yeah. Tell them that we're going to try episode 1 again. We got
Rickmans.
What's up, Rickmans? We got Armani, Armand, Finn. What's up, man? Leandre, how you doing, baby? Two minutes to start. 2 minutes. We'll be back. I don't use this during the thing. I'm always searching for a new one. Some people. What are we up to there? Wait, number 6? Yeah. All right, coming in live at you guys. All right, we're gonna test to see how today works. So we're gonna try episode 1 again. All right, so this is episode 1 again, and we're gonna see what we can do with it today. Hopefully the lag stuff shapens up. Basically, what I did was anything not showing on the screen, I had to unload it and some other stuff like that. But so hopefully it works, and let's just try to get through this. If it doesn't work today, well, what Kendrick and I are gonna do is we're gonna dumb down this entire thing, and we're just gonna have me and him on camera with nothing else on it. So that means that I can't show you guys the pages. I can't show you guys like the clipboard stuff. Basically, it'll just be us two, but I'll still talk about everything, and we'll do things that way. Basically, I'm trying to be entertaining, anyways. So if this quarantine lasts for 2 more weeks, we want to make this as fun as possible. But after that, I was gonna dumb it down anyways, and just have it be like my face at a gym. So we'll just move on to that faster if this thing doesn't work. So let us know in the comment section if we should just abandon it. I might be able to tear down this whole thing right now today to give you guys just a face-to-face thing through YouTube. It should work out straight. Yeah. So again, if anyone complains in the comment section, if it's not working, we'll just abandon ship and we'll go from there. How do we sound right now, you guys? Let us know in the comment section.
Sean said it's laggy. Blake said it's perfect.
All right. So and again, it's not going to be perfect. So as long as it's okay and it's bearable, then don't say anything.
Yeah.
But if you absolutely can't stand it and can't hear us and it's not working at all, then say something, and then we will just end it on the spot. We will never do this again, and we'll just do it like regular, just with our face, and not try to entertain you guys whatsoever. All right. So first thing is Blake got a new record for the 3-point contest. I still haven't updated it, Blake. Sorry about that. I've been trying to get this done and some other things, but he has 16 threes in a row.
Yeah, it's pretty. That's major right there.
And he says he's going for 20 and won't stop until he gets it. I like that a lot. So that's pretty cool on his part. I want you guys to keep it up too. I mean, whatever interests you guys. That's why I like the whole what is that called? The whole the quarantine horse challenge. I like that too. Whatever gets you to shoot more shots and obsess about it for hours and hours and hours, that is a good thing. All right. Then from there, you have to go your hardest, and you have to make sure that you're doing it correctly, of course. But just getting out there for hours a day is perfect. Okay, that's a great start. There's a movie called Forrest Gump, all right? And I just saw a video on it like 2 days ago. If you've never seen the movie Forrest Gump, it's always in the top 10 movies of all time category. It's a great movie. It's about a special needs guy. But the cool part about this story is that it's one of the greatest movies of all time. But there's a couple of actors. One is Dave Chappelle, who's a very popular comedian, and the other one was David Alan Grier, who used to be on what's the show called? In Living Color. All right, and both of those guys, they were actually up for the roles, which is cool. They were up for this one role in the movie, and it's the guy who plays the stupid friend of the stupid guy. Okay, and when they read the script, they were like, I don't want to be a stupid guy. And this one guy, he read the script, David Alan Grier, he read the script, and he goes, wait, this guy only talks about shrimp all the time. Who's ever heard of Bubba Shrimp? The Bubba Shrimp thing was named after the movie because the one guy, Bubba, would talk about shrimp all the time. So he's reading it and he goes, this sounds so stupid. So anyways, his agent sends it to him again and says, please read through it. It's a good movie. It's a great movie. And he goes, I don't know. So he said no again. Then his agent again sends him a message, says, I think you should reconsider. Still didn't. His agent sent him again 3 more times. And he said no all 6 times total. Yeah. So now a year passes by, 2 years, and the movie gets made. He's not in it. And then he realizes that it's one of the highest grossing movies of all time. That character, he saw the movie. And he says, when I saw that character talk about shrimp, he goes, he touched me. And he goes, because it made so much sense to me then. And he goes, and he looked at his agent because he saw the movie with his agent. And he said, you didn't force me enough. He goes, why didn't you force me to do this? And his agent was like, I tried. So with that said, Kendrick and I are your agents. It is our job to try to convince you, to trick you into working out for 3 hours a day. Through our words, through our actions, us telling you some motivational stories, giving you some direction maybe. But in the end, if you don't want to do it, that's on you. And that wasn't David Alan Grier's fault. I'm sorry, that wasn't David Alan Grier's agent's fault. It was David Alan Grier's fault. And it was Dave Chappelle's fault for not taking the same job too. All right. So he watched it. Yeah. So just know that you don't want to pass up your Forrest Gump moment. All right. And you guys all might have it because and you don't want to I guess for David Alan Grier and for you guys sometimes, or when I talked to Dennis about making the NBA and I told him, hey, just run a mile a day, shoot 500 shots a day. And he's like, nah. I think what happens is that reality blinds us. And we're blinded by the moment. We're blinded by the current moment. And we're blinded by our lack of imagination. All right? Just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
Right.
All right? So, you may not understand what we're saying right now, but if you just do it, you'd be the greatest. Imagine if you were teaching, some of you high school or middle schoolers, were teaching a first grade kid how to do his, 1 + 1, 2 + 2 tables. And you were trying to tell him to practice. And he goes, why do I need this? Mm-hmm. Or why should I be counting little beans and pigeons or apples? I don't get it. And you were like, no, just do it and you'll be the star of the class. Just do it and you'll get straight A's. Just do it. And he's like, I don't get it. Just because that little kid doesn't get it doesn't mean that you're not right. So again, try to look ahead, try to be smart, and don't be blinded by all the things that are standing in your way. All right, next topic. Our orders are now open to all. I talked about that for the book orders. The delivery time of 2 weeks, I cut it down to 1 day if you're local. If you aren't local, I will send it to you. So I will personally mail it to you, so it'll take just regular business mail, so like 3 to 5 days or so. Some of my old Colorado friends who knew me from high school basketball, they're actually buying the book right now for their kids. And I started thinking about it because they were like, which book should I buy, the daily one or the monthly one? And I was like, man, how old's your kid? They're like second grade. I was like, listen, if you have a second grader who's willing to follow along with that daily book every single day and like figure out the drills and all that stuff, you don't need anything. That kid is already going to the NBA. All right, the reason why you guys might need it is because you guys have us, and we're here to push you guys every single day, and we're here to support you. All right, I don't know if that book works just on its own. I don't know if it would take a really special kid to look at all the stuff and go, I'm gonna do it every single day. That kid's already amazing. All right, I've done nothing but like show him the direction. I pointed him that way, and I was like, "Go, Usain Bolt, run that way," and he ran it. All right, but for you guys, we can slowly convince you to do it. All right? I remember Finn Kaufman said he saw Finley's workouts. If you guys haven't seen that, she finally posted what she does all day. You can look at it in our homework playlist. And he said, "I'm not sure if I can do all that. I'll try," but he's just he was like, "That looks hard. Yeah, I can't do that." So I want you guys to try to do it, and we'll be here to support you every step along the way. And as this thing spreads, as the book spreads, I think it's going to be very popular. I think we'll see. I want you guys to realize that you have an extra advantage by also having us as well. All right. Let me see. So the curriculum. If you want to get your books out real quick, let's go through it fast. I'm going to go through some yesterday stuff. You want to hand me that book? Mm-hmm. There we go. All right. So I'm going off of the 12th grade version. I just realized yesterday I brought a green book out for the 4th grade. We have a green screen behind us. That was not a smart idea. So now we have a black book, okay, and that's the 12th grade. And for today, we're gonna talk about yesterday's stuff, just real quick. Just gonna go over it extremely fast, and in a second. All right, but so go ahead and get your books out. If you have the monthly book, you can turn to this month. You have the daily one, you can turn to that day. All right. Again, the differences are the monthly books are for people who want to work out occasionally, like for 5 minutes a day, maybe 10 minutes. If you're the type who's like, I want to go for an hour, then you need the daily one. Yeah. That's the main difference. And the daily one includes a ton more stuff, but like a lot of kids, they're about monthly right now. So like I wanted to appeal to both sets of kids in our program. And some people can't afford the main one as well, so I wanted to appeal to that too. So in the book, it also gives the movie. So for the monthly one, I saw another movie last night. And this movie was The Hammer again. I told you guys about that last time. I saw the cyclist movie, The Hammer. That was the wrong one. This one was the wrestling movie, The Hammer. And within the first 45 seconds, it was better than the cyclist movie. I was like, okay, here's a good movie. This is about a deaf wrestler who ended up being a UFC fighter. And I remember him when he was in the UFC. Do you remember seeing that guy?
I do.
Yeah, he was in the UFC like in 2010 or something like that. And he's about 10-2 record, but he was deaf. And this basically tells his story. It was a pretty good story. There's a random subtitles was the hardest part because he could talk, but when he later on when he talks to other deaf people, they would be signing, and you weren't sure when they were going to be signing or not. So you're always looking up at their face, and then all of a sudden you have to like look down, and trying to catch the words was kind of tough. But besides that, it was a pretty good movie. I'm not going to say that you're going to cry during it or anything, but it might inspire you. One part that I really did like was his leadership. And another movie I saw was the Ernie Banks story, and that one was the Express. I'm not sure whose homework that was. That was 4th grade's homework. The Express told a story about the first black what award was it? The Heisman Trophy winner, the first black Heisman Trophy winner, and it was all your stereotypical like black guy in the South back in the day thing. But there was one part I loved so much in that he started off by just being this hardcore worker, but by the end, or by even the middle, his teammates started working as hard as he was. And that's how inspirational he was. He would run along the railroad tracks, but soon after, his teammates were doing it too because they believed in him that much. And that's when you know that you're something. Like, Finley can work all she wants, but if she doesn't drag you guys to do it too, either you guys are bad teammates or she's a bad leader, or maybe both. Right? And then another thing he did was when he was still just a red shirt, he wasn't playing yet. They lost a big match or a game, and they had a midnight workout for just the people that were playing. So they didn't tell him because he wasn't playing. He found out about it, ran there, and they were running up the bleachers and down the bleachers over and over again. And he gets there, and he's like, "Sorry that I'm late, coach." And he's like, "You're not on the team this year. What are you doing here?" And he goes, "Well, I heard that you guys were running, and I wanted to be here for that, and I apologize for being late." And he just starts running with them. All right, he didn't even have to be in that punishment, and he wanted to be. That's how great a player he was. So anyway, those were both good movies. If you're watching the movies, again, let us know. Let us know your 30-second synopsis of it, or like your book report of it, or whatever you want to do, or just like your review. Say thumbs up, thumbs down in a video. That also can count toward homework. All right. We're also gonna talk about the homework page, as Kendrick will talk to you guys in a second. All right. The updated homework page for this week. It looks like this. All right, where are we? It better not freeze on me. How are we doing?
So far, so good.
All right, that's not coming up though. All right, well, talk about your homework real quick. So for yesterday, he's going to talk about like how you guys did in the Zoom workout yesterday, and not talk about the final results. You don't have to do that, but just like say who did well, who didn't do well, and what you're thinking.
So yesterday, I had talked to you guys about stepping up, especially Armand, about stepping up, especially about being a leader and speaking up. And I thought you did a lot better job yesterday with us hearing you. Not just you leading, but everyone hearing you. Leandre, again, dude, you're killing it, and just keep working hard, dude. Gavin, you're doing awesome. Grin, awesome. They're working hard. Keep showing up. You guys are improving, and
want to help us out,
let us know.
No, you can rename your iPhone, because if it says iPhone only,
we don't know.
Yeah, it looks like a person coming in looking to sabotage us with porn and stuff like that. So if you can just name your iPhone like a name that we know, like Momo, or like most kids have names in their iPhones, whether it be their sister's name or mom's name. So name your iPhone so that we know who's coming in the meetings. Because if it just says iPhone on it, or some like really weird word, or like maybe a parent's name that we don't know, we don't allow them in the room. Yeah. All right. So, or you can, if you can't figure out how to change the name, send Kendrick a text and say, I'm trying to sign in now and it's not letting me in, or something like that. Or maybe just prepare us with what the name is. Like, hey, this is my Aunt Clarissa's phone I'm using, and it should say Clarissa on it. So we'll let you guys in.
Oh yeah, and Finn, good job stepping up in place of Finley yesterday.
You might have to do it again as well.
You might have to do it again.
She says that the workout that she does online got messed up, and the guy rescheduled her to the wrong time so that it coincides with our stuff. So she's trying to reorganize that. In the meantime, we might need you to take over again. All right? All right. So this thing's still frozen. All right. So we'll just talk it out. Man, too bad. It's all right, though. All right. But we talked about yesterday about watching game film, and how you should watch film to get better. Those are the things that make you better because you get to recognize your own mistakes. And the other thing that we talked about is focusing on the things that matter. And sometimes you might even need to sabotage your current efforts to get to those things that matter. Because if your goal is just to win that game, or your goal is to make money, that's not a great goal that's going to bring you further. And Momo mentioned it yesterday saying, well, don't the small things add up to the big things, so can't you look at the big things? Well, that's like walking upstairs or walking downstairs and looking too far ahead. You're going to trip on the stair that you're on if you don't look at it. So you need to focus on the small things that will eventually add up to the big things. And the quote was, "For an athlete cannot run with money in his pockets. He must run with hope in his heart and dreams in his head." So you can't run with money in your pockets thinking about the money the entire time. You must run with hope in your heart and dreams in your head. All right. A few things that we're gonna mention for the workouts was the make 20 jumpers in 3 minutes, scissor jumpers in 3 minutes. All right. That was the elementary school workout. It's 1, 2, 3 shot, 1, 2, 3 shot, shooting scissors from the elbow. A great goal for you guys to do for your homework even is to make 20 of those in 3 minutes times. All right. Not only does that give you a better shooting workout, it helps your ball handling as well, and it also will give you a cardiovascular workout because it'll be hard doing the scissors the whole time. Okay, so you're gonna become a better dribbler. You're gonna become better at endurance, and you'll become a better shooter, all in a 3-minute workout. And then if it takes you, let's say, hours to get 20 in 3 minutes, just timing yourself, then you have great footage for the website. But also, you're going to be increased at all of those things. So it's going to be amazing at all of those things. So that's a great workout. For the middle school workout that we talked about yesterday, it was the interior cuts and passes. And I had the clipboard that I wanted to show you, but again, this thing is not working. I don't want to mess it up either. Huh? Solid. Yeah. So it won't let me press any buttons. So I'm thinking this thing might be kind of messing up right now. But we'll just keep going if you guys can hear us. All right. But I can't show you guys any clipboard stuff, so I apologize. The interior cuts and passes. Those were if you get the ball on the inside to one of the two big men. Okay. Again, just imagine it being on the clipboard. You would catch the ball on the low post, and the opposite post player would then switch to the free throw line and look for a pass. And what that does is it opens up the entire court. If the post player catches though, and the opposite post player is already on the free throw line, now that player will switch to the opposite block, and they're going to be looking for a pass. And again, it makes the defense shift. It prevents people from double teaming, and basically it just keeps people honest. And then the last one is if one of the post players catches on the free throw line, the opposite post player will then switch post. All right? And you're just going to be moving to keep the defense moving, to see what they're going to do, to see if a pass might be there. And it should give you guys extra options to score as well. So basically, whenever any post player catches, look for your passes. All right? Look for your cuts. Look to keep the defense honest, because as soon as the person gets the ball in the post, everyone usually just turns and looks at them. Right. And then you can cut right behind their back to score. All right? LeBron James is great at doing that. The last one I was going to talk about from yesterday is tiered free throws. It's a game that I created in high school, again, to waste a bunch of time. And it's make one in a row, and you have one chance to make one in a row. And then if you miss it, then you go down, you do push-ups. But then you go up to 2 in a row, 3 in a row, 4 in a row, 5 in a row, and so on. If you ever don't do it in your one chance, like if I go 3 for 4, but then I miss, I missed it. Now I get a second chance to go 4 in a row. And if I miss it again, then I go down to 3 in a row. This game used to frustrate me beyond no end because I would not allow myself to just brush it off. I would always psych myself out by saying, I need to do this. I need to do this. You suck, John. You suck. You suck. You suck. So it made games really easy. So I sucked at this game. I never won it until I was like an adult. And I would always make myself miss on like 9 in a row because I'd be like, come on, you got this. Like that, and I would just miss it. But for games, I was like an 85% free throw shooter. And I was the best on my team. Even though I wasn't the best shooter, I was the best free throw shooter because I played this game. So it's a great game, and I really don't get nervous now because of it, because I practice shooting nerve-wracking shots. I would never shoot this free throw, like, I can breathe, no butterflies, and then shoot. That's a bad shot to shoot, because you will never shoot that shot in games. I mean, unless you're just like really, really smooth during games, but probably not. We're still good? Mm-hmm. All right. Now, for today, for the Tuesday one, let me open up the book real quick. The quote of the day is nurture your best. All right, nurture your best, and that also brings me up. All right, we made you guys do something last week, but I wanted to see if you guys are still doing it. Kendrick.
So, guys, We had you guys to do the water and the push-ups last week, and it wasn't just to do it for the week. It was to see if you guys would actually, make that part of your day, part of your workout,
Part of your life.
part of your life. So let us know if you guys are still doing that, or if you just stopped. Remember, it's a lot of water.
That one is a
This is
gallon
just
a
a
day.
gallon a day.
You guys don't need to drink all that.
And the push-ups, telling you guys, it helps. Push-ups help a lot. So don't just do it for that one time. Make it a part of your daily routine, your life. You guys will get stronger.
And I assure you, I told Jerry about 4 years ago to do 10 push-ups a day, only 10 a day. And he came to me in the 8th grade, and he was really, really buff. And I was like, Jerry, how'd you get so buff? Did you start lifting weights? And he's like, no, it's because you told me to do those push-ups, 10 a day. And I was like, what? You actually did that since 5th grade? He goes, yeah. I was like, I didn't know it was going to work. And he said all he did was 10 a day, and he got pretty strong. I'm asking you guys now to do 10 an hour for a set number of hours. Now, you can choose whatever you want. You can do it for 12 hours a day, or maybe just 3. All right? But 10 a day worked for Jerry. Imagine if you did 50.
Right.
Imagine.
Buffed out.
I mean, like, and as far as like one-on-one goes, imagine playing me one-on-one or Kendrick. We would beat you. Why? Because we're stronger and taller, right? You can't control taller, but you can sure as hell control stronger.
Yeah.
All right? So especially you, Blake, Leandre, who else is super weak?
Oh,
A lot of them.
A lot of people.
Elliot,
Troy.
All right. So you guys, you have a chance to be stronger. So go ahead and do it. So nurture your best.
What's up, Will and Evan?
All right. Next thing is for the story of the day. It's the 5 S's. All right. The 5 S's of sports training are stamina, speed, strength, skill, and spirit. All right. But the greatest of these is spirit, it says. All right. So stamina, we talked about that earlier. Doing the scissor workout is a great way to increase your stamina. All right, just running every day, increase your stamina. Be able to not be tired, so the coach never has to pull you out for that. Increase your speed by doing jump ropes, by doing things like the ladder drill, by doing hurdles. Increase your strength. We just talked about that. And increase your skill. That's doing all the workouts that we do. But then your spirit, that one's all on you. So the first 4 we can take care of. But your spirit and your enthusiasm, who you want to be, and like the excitement level that you have for all this, that's on you. And that's one of the 5 S's. And I consider them all to be pretty equal. So imagine how much, we just said skill is enormous, right? But strength is also huge, right? And we know speed is good and stamina is amazing. This quote says that spirit is bigger than all of those. All right, so if you don't have the passion, the spirit to go forth, who cares? It's like you have nothing at all. Exactly. All right. For the 3 workouts that we're going to talk about, for those of you guys that have the elementary school one, that is the one that I wanted to point out was the outlet pass. All right, for the outlet pass, that means when your team gets the rebound on defense, boom, right there. They should hold it up and be able to pivot out. The point guard should be there for the outlet. But when you're there for the outlet, again, if I had a clipboard, I would show you. But you want to put your butt to the sideline. You don't want to be facing them and looking straight at them. You want to be looking ahead of the court as well with your butt to the sideline so you can see them out this eye and the opposite basket out of this eye. And you do that for a few reasons. 1, so you can catch the ball and pass it ahead faster so you can see them open. But 2, so that you don't catch the ball and then be surprised about the defense behind you. You're always aware of the defenders behind you. All right? That's why we want to do that. So put your butt to the sideline when you ask for outlet passes. You want to be far enough away from them in a 45-degree angle as well. Second one is the swoop layup chase for the middle school one. The swoop layup chase is the one that I wanted to focus on. All right? And that one is when you dribble in from the wing and you have an opposite person playing help side trying to run over at the last second. We like to spread that drill out a little bit so that they're actually challenging you and not coming over for a charge. We don't want that. This is just to shoot a layup over someone who's almost there. So we want to adjust the defense until they're almost there, right? And when you drive, you dribble the ball with the inside hand. Your last dribble is with the same foot, is it?
Yes.
Boom. Or the opposite foot.
Opposite.
Opposite foot. There you go. I can't do what I'm saying now. So the opposite foot hits, and then you smash the ball up top with the opposite with the next step, and then you present the ball out wide, and the ball should never be cradling low. You want the ball to be slapped high, kept high, and scored outstretched with your hand like this. Not with your hand like this shooting shots. Cam always does that. I like it like this. And you have to do that with speed. So you guys need to practice on that actual layup so you guys can do a real layup. So I call it the swoop layup. You can watch for a video of it on our website if you go to 50allstars.com. I haven't added the video to Limitless Hoops yet. Last one is high school post positioning. Again, I wanted to show you on the clipboard. I'm sorry that I can't, but it's okay. All right. And post positioning, our drill for that is when we're playing help side, and then we pass the ball around the wing, and we want you to jump off into the right spot. Well, defense is it's a memorization thing, where on every pass, you want to be in a new spot. You want that spot to be perfect. You want to be bent down and pointing perfectly right at that time, like right when the ball lands in their hand. But you have to be in the right spot. You can't be deciding where the spot is. It shouldn't be like a math problem every time that someone passes the ball, going, okay, where's halfway? Now where's my hand? No, there's not enough time. So we do the post positioning on the swing to keep you guys automatic, all right, to make you guys quickly change things. Do we have any questions?
Gabby want to know, do we have to do the homework every day?
Yeah. All right. So for the homework, again, I can't get the screen up. I apologize. Still not working. All right. For the homework, we want you guys to, for the monthly homework, for those of you guys who have the monthly thing, or even those of you guys who don't have the monthly thing, it's okay. The monthly homework is on our website. It's on both sites. You go to challenges and click on April. This month is April. For this month, you can print that out, or you can just do it every day and film it, and it's triple cross repeat. All right, it says do it for a minute, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes, something like that. Dude, that's pretty easy. All right, so it's 5 minutes of homework every day. Can you do that? Kobe Bryant works up for 4 hours. Can you do 5 minutes? All right, so that's what that is. So you should be doing triple cross repeat. Remember to keep the ball low and roll the ball, to lean, and don't move your feet like Blake was doing in his video. All right, you want to keep your feet just going side to side. You can watch Blake's update in the homework section to see how he did it, so you can try to improve upon that as well. That's the homework. That's the daily homework for the. That's the homework listed in the monthly section. For the daily people, you guys have challenges right there. All right, and I'm not going to get through all the challenges, will I? No, we're about to end it. So you guys have daily challenges for yourself. If you guys know someone who has the book, you can ask them what the daily challenges. Make sure you guys do those. And then on top of all that, we have the workout card. The workout card should be done every day at bare minimum. All right. So those are the homeworks. As always, watch the movies and things like that. Those are the 4 things that you guys can do to improve every single day, and make sure that you're doing it every day. If you want to do extra, then do extra. But I assure you, if you're doing like maybe the Chastain challenge, or if your homework is like the fast class or something like that that's listed, you have a lot on your plate. So take care of that first. Anyways, let's head over to the Zoom thing in a second, and we're gonna get that going. And we want to make sure that you guys work out really, really hard on that thing. Okay. Again, if you have a mysterious name for your phone, let us know about that name so that we allow you into the room. All right, you guys. All right. Well, thanks for seeing us on episode 1 of season 2. All right, episode 1. All right, we'll see you guys in a few seconds on the Zoom, and then we'll see everyone else tomorrow. All right. Well, great job, everybody.
All right, guys.
Peace.
Deuces.
Will the credits even come up? I don't think so. It's okay. We'll just end it like that. All right, just know that you're still on TV. All right, let's get set up. Hold on, get on until it ends. Let me get your phone and everything ready.
See
Invite. How are we doing on that? Almost over?